Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another video on Paladins. We're hopping back on it. Today it's going to be a little bit different style of a video. As usual, I always got something new coming. But today we're going to be talking about the most banned champion in competitive Paladins. Whenever we hop in those ranked matches, we always know there's a consistent champion that always gets banned. And it's between 3 or 4 of them. We know the common ones are Vivian, Talus, Victor, and Skye. Now there's a reason that these 4 get banned, but there's a specific reason why this one champion we're about to talk about today gets banned all the time. Now if you guys are living under a rock and didn't know already by watching the gameplay on your screen, you already know who that champion is. It's Talus. This character by far is the most overpowered champion in this game. And don't get me wrong, before you guys get into it, that's not right. This champion does this champion has that. I believe that too. There was a very short period of time, a long time ago, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago in Paladins, where my friends and I thought Moji was the most overpowered. And obviously that goes with any game. It flip-flops, you never know. Sometimes one character is gonna rise above the others while one maybe stays at the bottom, and at that time Moji was the most overpowered, and then between all my friends it went on to Skye. She was insanely overpowered, but now these 2 characters are a piece of cake for us to get rid of and deal with. Out of all of these champions, there's always one that stays and has never dipped below everybody else or never dropped out of the meta, I guess you could say, and this champion is Talus. Now, hopping into this real quick, I just want to let you guys know, this was literally my first game in with him. I don't use Talus that much. I did main him for a week, 2 weeks, I'd say, and it was a break in between Tyra right before I got her to level 50. He's super fun to use, don't get me wrong, he's super agile, but this gameplay you're seeing in the background, I was by myself, I solo queued, no warm-up game, first game of the day on Paladins, went 25-1 on Siege. Obviously 25 kills, 25 eliminations, I guess you could say. That's not a lot, but for no warm-up game, solo queuing, having a bunch of randoms with me, no communication, that's pretty nuts. And only to die once. If that doesn't put into perspective how overpowered this character is, I don't know what will. But we're gonna jump into the first point that I have for him. He outguns everybody and every other champion, but I come face to face, like literally 2 feet in front of me, with like a Koga and a Victor. They don't get the upper hand on me. I strafe left to right. I use my movement speed to my advantage, and that automatic SMG is his primary. Not even to mention overcharge yet. We'll get into that in a second. But he is miles above everybody else. I guess the 2 characters you could say that are on par with him, that are flanks as well, is Skye and Koga. But in no way, shape, or form do they come close to Talus or beating Talus. I thought they did before I got this gameplay footage. I didn't really use Talus that much, but just using him, he is ridiculously overpowered. Now among all the other champions, like I've already said, he is the most agile and diverse. You can see I'm able to dip in and out of situations super quickly. I do not recommend, and I emphasis do not recommend maining this champion unless you're a casual player and you're just going to be playing like casual Siege, King of the Hill, TDM, you know, Onslaught. But if you're looking to play ranked with your friends or have a team or put one together, do not use Talus. You will never get him in a ranked match. If the enemy team does not ban Talus, they're dumb. He should always be the first banned champion. He on PC, PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, he's overpowered on every platform because we know how mouse and keyboard can compare to controller. It's different sometimes. Now you're gonna see, I don't know if the part has popped up on the video yet, but it will in a second, or it already has. He's super easy to get early round elimination. He can use his ultimate right off the bat and his rune to travel back and get that early elimination right off the bat. I took their Koga out and their team stood no chance on mid. They were down a player, they only had 4, and here I am teleporting back to my spawn and able to get back to mid in time. and I took one of their players out. He had to wait the traditional spawn time. So that leads on to the next point. That rune of travel easily helps you escape death, man. That's what allows him to use his ultimate at the beginning of a round in Siege to hop in, get that first elimination, then hop back out to your spawn and give your team that little extra help on mid at the start to where it's a 4v5 instead of 5v5. Then he has his blitz upper, which is his uppercut hit. You can use that as a dodge, or you can use it as an attacking move. Not to mention the cards you can pair with all these abilities. They help you tremendously. There's one that I think allows you to take reduced damage at below 40% health, which I have. I think it's called Guts. I highly recommend using that card if you're going to use Talus. It's super overpowered. When you hit below 40% health, you can basically make Talus invincible. And the other point that I have, you probably already saw it in the video as well, Talus, he holds mid down super nicely. He can hop from the left flank to the right flank. He can play back mid very good. He can take on people flanking very nicely. There honestly are no disadvantages with him. I could say his one disadvantage is his health, but that really doesn't matter when he has his rune of travel to help him get out of situations. If you can get out of those situations super quickly with his rune of travel, you're not going to have an issue. Health isn't a problem. You can just get a heal from your healer as soon as you teleport back. Now, being very conscious of your health with that rune of travel is a little difficult, and the timer on the rune of travel, that is a little difficult, but I mean, honestly, it takes a couple of games to get used to. And the last point I have before the game ends here, he's a frontline destroyer. I don't think there's any character he can't take on. Up close, he could take on anybody. Your strafing left to right and your movement speed, use that to your advantage, like I said already. But he rips frontline's health apart. I mean, Sky, she does the same, but Talus, he's on a whole nother level. If you're going up against, I don't know if you see it right now, this Khan, he pops his shield on you, but if you buy Wrecker, you're gonna destroy him, plain and simple. All right, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's gonna be the end of it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that stuff. Tell your friends about the channel. We are always trying to grow this channel as much as possible, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
30 seconds remaining.
Special delivery! Not yet.
Jerking me around. You will not see sugar. 15 seconds remaining. Victory. Woo-hoo.
You got it.
Woo-hoo.
Got it right.
Woo-hoo. You rock.
Need healing! Need healing!
30 seconds remaining.